Good morning, everyone. Take a moment to just get settled and comfortable. Today's session's on a really fun topic, coziness. And so it's actually important for you to get cozy. So if the temperature is too cold, you may want to wrap yourself up. If you're not sitting in a comfortable place, you might want to sit in a comfortable place. I want you to do whatever you need to do to feel more cozy as we start the session today. So go ahead, take a minute to do that. So, coziness is a state of warm, snug comfort. And this morning, we will invite that state of warm, snug comfort into our being, into our life. Instead of waiting for it to happen accidentally, we will create that consciously. And we're going to get cozy with whatever is arising in the moment. Because coziness is the opposite of resistance. So, coziness is about warmth and comfort and a kind of intimacy. So, let's go ahead and get cozy with this moment, exactly the way it is. Keep a gentle smile on your face. Adjust your posture, adjust yourself so you just feel cozy. And enjoy this feeling. One of the ways in which my teacher told me about this aspect of coziness, he said to be aware of the in breath. Just follow these instructions. And just be aware of the in breath, the out breath. And now be aware of the whole in breath and the whole out breath. And now be aware of the whole in breath without a thought, and the whole out breath without a thought. And now be aware of the breath as a beautiful breath. In other words, add the perception how beautiful this is. And now even drop the breath. Just stay with the beautiful. And we can replace the word beautiful with cozy. So, one of the ways that we expand the boundaries of our understanding, our wisdom, our insight, is to introduce two ideas that are normally quite separate for us together. And that leads to a new kind of synthesis. So, for example, someone didn't get a good night's sleep. They're feeling slightly tired this morning. Then you introduce the idea of being cozy with this tiredness, which is not something you'd normally say, isn't it? So, cozy in my tiredness. And right away, that'll create some kind of a shift. So, similarly, get cozy with whatever is arising in your experience. And the very act of choosing to be cozy with it, snug, warm, comfortable, and intimate with it, bound to create a beautiful shift. Let's practice. The moment we decide to experience something as beautiful or as cute or as a blessing, or like we're doing this morning, as cozy, it changes that whole experience. In other words, we are not experiencing life as it is. We are experiencing life as we think it is. This is a huge one. What's it like to get cozy with whatever is arising, even if that feels like an impossible idea? Another example of coziness comes from Denmark. The idea and the practice of hygge, which is spelled Hygge. And in this practice, you make it a priority to have a sense of cozy togetherness. You're with people, you enjoy their company, you do things that you like doing together, like telling stories and singing songs and having nice food together, in a setting that's really inviting, pleasant, and all complaining, all fault finding, all comparison is set aside. So, we've all experienced this from time to time in our life. The difference is, in Denmark, they make it a priority. And they design their homes, their spaces, their environments with hygge in mind. How can this be made more hyggely, more cozy? So, can you get cozy with your thoughts? Can you get cozy with your feelings? Whatever you're feeling. Can you get cozy even with the judgments you have about yourself, about your life situation, relationships? Just get cozy, which means don't resist it. Snuggle in, get comfortable. And again, breath by breath, strengthening, deepening, widening the sense of coziness being a lover of what is, instead of being a devotee of what could be, what should be, what might have been. Drop all of that, breath by breath. Cosiness expands into every hidden pocket of our experience. I remember sometimes doing very long meditations, and the legs would start to hurt, the back would start to hurt. The more I'd resist, the more painful it would get. And then, quite unexpectedly, from deep within, a sense of letting go. Let it be painful. Let it be uncomfortable. Let it be there. I welcome it. And in that precise moment, tremendous feeling of ease, comfort, expansiveness, coziness. One of my teachers, Robert Adams, was known to just sit in a chair and look out of a window for hours together. Hours together. Not feeling bored, not feeling like he needs to do something. Cozy with the moment. That is something, even that thought is so fulfilling for me. And here's someone who can just sit in a chair, look out of a window for hours together, feeling perfectly content, perfectly fulfilled, wrapped up in their innermost being, pure intimacy. Sometimes we have a retreat and we've had a long day starting early in the morning, we've had a long day together. And then in the evening, we just sit in a circle and put out the lights. And there are the natural sounds around us. And nobody is feeling like saying anything, everyone's just quiet. It's coziness right there. It's profoundly healing. Coziness activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the opposite of the stress response. It's the relaxation response, the safety response, the healing response. the all is well response. And it doesn't have to happen accidentally. It can happen intentionally by choosing to be cozy with what is. In this moment, think of a time in your life when you were truly cozy. Anytime. The very act of remembering it will start activating coziness deep within you. And I can't say for you, but at least for me, when I look back and tune into coziness, I realize that that's all I really want, is to be intimate with things, with all things, with people, with experiences, without resistance, to really see, to really hear, to really feel, to really smell and taste deeply. Another person, a book, an activity, cooking, savoring, anything. And it's a great recognition that with intention, anything, including pain actually, can be perceived as cozy. Take some little practice, but it's possible. So at this time in your life, what is the number one thing that tends to trouble you, irritate you, bug you? And there may be more than one. Just see what's coming up in this moment. That's the right one. Go ahead and get cozy with it. Don't ask why or how. Just do it. Drop the resistance. Really get cozy with it. Warm, snug, comfortable. Antithesis, antithesis, synthesis. Taking something that you're not normally fond of, might normally be a little unpleasant or quite unpleasant, and introducing the thought of coziness, or if you like, cuteness. non-resistance. This might feel like a fun topic to explore, but actually it's a lot more than that. It's really a complete path in itself, isn't it? Intimacy with all things. Just like in Denmark, they really make it a priority. Hygge is a priority, not just left to chance. What if you make coziness a priority? And what would change? What would change in our wardrobe? What would change in our habits, in our environment? What would change in the way we interact with people if coziness is the priority? A great one to reflect on. Nothing is out of place in this world. Everything is happening as it should, whether we like it or not, understand it or not, believe it or not. Reality is what is, and loving what getting cozy with what is the gateway to a broader reality, truer reality, ultimately absolute reality. We get into the flow that goes back to the source. Certain things will take us away from the source, away towards diversity, towards complexity. And certain things will take us back to source, towards intimacy, simplicity, being, not becoming. And coziness is one of those things, for sure. In this moment, get cozy with your ultimate reality, your ultimate self, your highest self. What's that like? Get cozy with the Buddha within you, the light within you. It's not just a nice idea, since time really is an illusion. Your most highly evolved version is already so. And by getting cozy with that most highly evolved, multidimensional self, is to nurture it most completely in the now. access it. Be it. So may each one of us who are listening to this today become ambassadors of coziness, not by preaching, but by being, by example. May we create cozy experiences for ourselves and with others, hygge, a sense of cozy togetherness, appreciation, warmth, non-complaining. Even the environment we make as cozy and comfortable as possible. And wishing you a really cozy life, a grace-filled life, a light-filled life, a life of infinite blessings, and whatever remaining jagged edges, sharp edges, remain in your life, may it be covered by a thick blanket of coziness. Thick blanket of coziness. Continue your practice of marinating in coziness for as long as it takes to become one with coziness. Lots of love. Lots of love. Be happy.